Christmas lunch.
Yes, we have to go back on the air once again. Maybe this is the last. No, it can't be the last. It have to be one of the first in a row of thousands and thousands. It's nice to be back with you here. It's always something that is on my mind. And today I've been cleaning a little bit in the house. And maybe we need to clean other places too. Not only the house and furniture and clothes and garments, sheets and glasses and dishes. No. There is a lot of cleaning that we ought to do. So when you see, sometimes when we are searching for something, it can go days before we find it. But if we have this routine, we will most probably find within the week that we do this routinely maintenance and not only maintenance but cleaning. We remove, we move, we reorganize, we do this, we do that, and now you can see, I found you. We never know what to find next. Maybe I find my keys, maybe there was some incidents way back. I was looking for my keys, which was right in front of me, but I couldn't see it for close to a week. And maybe I'm so blind that I can't see what is right in front of me. So when we do some cleaning, there will always be a mindset of cleaning. When we do some walking, there will always be that kind of a mindset that we are moving from one point to another. And when we do some activity, it is both the physical and metaphysical. It's obvious because they say, even the doctors say, they admit, and it is profoundly important, that if you have problems, try to get rid of those in order to live a healthy life. And if you have problems, maybe you can start with looking at yourself, your own pattern, your own way of handling things. Even the shrinks are saying that by changing maybe the approach, the way to do it, and how to think around those issues that could be very tormenting for you, that would be maybe a new way for you to settle old scores, to be happy with your life as it is. Maybe that is profoundly good. Maybe that is what we need to do every other day, even every day. We need to do some clean up. Maybe things fall to pieces, as my glass did the other day. Now I have to lift it up by the waste collector in order to get all the bits and pieces that can enter your foot. If you dare to walk barefoot in my home, you will stick yourself in such a way that those needles of glasses will never be removed. I don't say that, but I just said it. And it can be damaging if you don't do the cleaning up. And there is also popular programs on the television that is all about helping people to clean up. I don't believe in helping like that. They have to come to a point where they ask for help. Of course, sometimes we need to have these joint forces. And who is to invite the joint forces? My neighbor? To my apartment? That is just humiliating. And I can't see even the family. They get ashamed of those collectors that can't stop, can't handle themselves. But you see, every attempt will be deemed wrong if you are a collector. If those collectors, let me put that up as a heading. Let me see if that is right, by the way. Sometimes you need to have the correct spelling. I irritate over bad spelling sometimes. Collectors. You see, maybe there is too much in your house. Just simple statement. Maybe there is too much on your mind. Maybe that is the reason, that there is too much in your house. In order for your house to become a home, you need only those things that is vital for your survival, both physically. But that is not the most important thing, because you can have everything. You can have a television, you can have a radio, you can have a computer, you can have a sofa, you can have a bed, you can have this and that and those and whatever that would be. But you see, the collectors, they are in their need of everything, because there is some emptiness within. The collectors, those that need stuff, as I said in a previous video, those that think that if I get this and that, that was on the 27th of May. I said that things doesn't make you happy. So look back on that video. It's a shame for those people that are in this pity situation, that people like family, friends, and related persons are worried sick of those people. I have been into some of it, and the last thing you would do is to mind their business. That is a rude approach. Let them realize, like the begotten son that thought he had everything, that he couldn't see himself before he ended up in the pit with the swines, because we have this expression, swines. Let me just Google it so it can be correctly translated. Sometimes we need the correct pig pen. It's pig path. It is this environment that the pigs are living in. You see, what you end up is worried. I think the worried mind. Jesus said something about the rich have so many worries. And I think that is a very insightful statement, because what is the thing a rich man will reflect over? His ownership. What if he lose? He can't afford to lose. So he have to do this and that in order not to lose it. And maybe he tend to forget that he have already collected a lot of stuff around him. So he can't see even places. It is a track, only a small track within the large home that I have. I can walk. There is no place. There is no more place. And I think that man that went away, he wanted to achieve the whole world, but lost his soul. I think that is the essence of this. He got it all, but he lost his soul. Rich men, rich people here in Norway may not have so much after all. And people that are poor, that look at us as those that are fortunate and happy. It is so wrong. The perspective is so wrong. I've seen more happiness, joy, rejoice, and blessings from poor people than from rich. When you get something from the rich, you feel humbled. You feel that you are not worthy because they have so much, and the little they give, you feel so minute, you feel so insignificant. It's nothing. So for them, it's just a drop of water they can give. And that's all what they can give. They want to collect, and collectors. Let me put it up again. Because this is the topic of collectors. Rich men are poor. Collectors, rich men are poor. Collectors, rich people are poor. So the son, I know that Abraham was very rich, and it is stated even in the Bible, but his heart was right with God. He put God in the heart first. People that doesn't have God in his heart will put everything else. And that vacuum of space that God can fill, It can never be filled. That is the vacuum of God's space. If you don't have any space for God, even as little as a tiny belief in God, even a prayer, that space of prayer, if you don't have even a place of that, in fact, my friend, I have to be honest with you. If you don't have God, and everyone knows that this is right, you don't really have much. You have to fill it with other things, replacements. And the replacement for God is nothing. It's all void. It's all vanity. If you don't have God to fill that little space that you have left. You see, if you put God in that, the light of your life, let me use that because God doesn't really make sense to a lot of people, not even me. But if you put the light, the joy, the blessing that you can have, that you can give light, you can give blessing, you can even give life. And what matters for you? Is it your children, your wife, your friends, or is it the boat, the house, the buildings, the furniture, the equipment you have? What is the value of your life? Collectors have a kind of a superficial value they didn't really acknowledge before it's too late. Because a house, you see, a house. Look at yourself as a house. You better be a body of some soul that can live well within your body. But your house, filled with all what the world can give, will not hold long. It will be these fumes of moist, of fungus, of filth, of blankness, emptiness. You see, everything that you try to fill your home and house is emptiness. You think that this will make my home. Your house is filled with things, stuff, that you believe this will make my home. It's kind of a twisted, what happens outside will impact inside. So if you put God aside for just a moment of time, you feel that the hunger for everything else will appear. And you will even forget that God is not there. Atheists are somewhat in that twilight zone. They don't even realize that God exists. The leftists have already left the building. They are building a superficial building they can call home. But let us stick to the facts. Let us not stick to the leftists. Not even the atheists. Because those are, you see, to remove God. Let me bring consent to this. To some sensible words. If we remove your awareness, if we remove our inner soul, they don't even believe the soul is there. How weird or world they are living in. What a lost, begotten state of mind those leftists have. Atheists, I can't help them because they are honest. Many of them are honest. They can't reach out to themselves and realize, like the begotten son, yeah, that good father. I think the father was good because he didn't intervene in his life. Like he also indicated, let me live my life alone. The father was a wise man. He let his son go. Yes, let him go. There you go, my friend, my son. Don't forget that you are always welcomed home. Home. What is home there? You have some sibling problem. Problem with their siblings. All sorts of problem. That's maybe why he wanted to go out. It's not nice in my father's home because it is my brother there. What can I do with my brother? I just give him up. I don't want to mind my brother so much because he is so arrogant. He is all for himself. And I bet he will say this when I come home. This son of yours, he will make me a stranger. He will make me a foreigner. And to those that he interacts with, even the servants, he will not be ashamed to say, this son of yours. See, this is deep. This situation for this begotten son, this collector, is a kind of a deep state of mind that Jesus is bringing up. But he had his reasons. He couldn't stand the situation there. I believe so. Because what a son will leave his home for that case, just to collect his money. He thought that was the real stuff. But when he came home, he saw his father. He's so good. He's so good. Even God went outside to give his life, just to welcome him back. He went some steps outside his own comfort zone, just to welcome him back. Who wouldn't have a father like that? Who would ever forget a father like that? So those collectors, they lost so much. Not pity them, but be reminded when you see a collector, they have been losing so much in their life, and nothing can fill. So I don't want to just use God as a religious example, a spiritual example, that nobody can resonate them or relate themselves to. No. The meaning of life. What is the start of meaning of life? The substance of life. What is that? When you lost your substance, what you had in mind, nobody believed it anyway. They belittled you. They slandered you. You were mocked. You were laughed at. You were even taken away all your dearest stuff. Now you end up in the gutter. And the house can't really hold the impact of all those things, the matter will be so dense that it will implode. That is the confusion of the universe. They say that it will implode in a black hole, so that it never will appear again. It will get lost. And I think the black hole is a good example to this idea that collectors will gather up so much that they will get lost in the black hole. And there will be many that is dragged into that black hole, that they also will be lost, foreign to themselves. And what have been the ages of today's narrative is that you are nothing. You are just not even an entity, you are just a biological function. They lost God. They lost the reality of life. They lost even the contact with the nature. Even the nature lives on CO2, what we breathe out, the toxicity of the pollution. I don't consent to the pollution, but it's a different degree altogether. I think that the less toxicity, the better the nature. But I think it's got wrong. Something have to clean up. There is always need of cleaning up. That's why the circulation, the new air is brought in. That's why the new water by the rain. It's all full circle of vaporing up, bringing new air, and it's a constant cleaning up. So cleaning up, my friend, is what we need to do in order to find back to the root of our existence, of how to deal with our existence. Maybe we will find our brother, maybe we'll find our siblings, our friends, our children, back to them again. What makes them important should be fill my life. What my next of kin, the people that I meet, they mean a lot to me. Even the dogs today. I dreamt this dream that a dog have a soul. I don't want to go into that because I don't want to hurt anyone. But my friends, are you on your way back? Are you on your way back? Are you a poor beggar? Not in a physical term, but you always go to the stores, the malls, in order to fill your both mouth and life with all sorts of stuff. You can never get filled up. You have to realize something yourself. I don't want to point you out. I don't want you to feel that I know you better than yourself. But you see, people that realize are in some degree honest. And honesty is the real deal. To be honest, to come to yourself. Or as they say, come to your senses. And you realize where you are, what kind of a filthy environment you are intoxicating yourself with. That's what we need all to realize in order to clean it out, in order to believe in our ability to clean. Okay, tomorrow it's Shabbat. We have to clean it up. Okay, bye-bye.